Welcome back to the show, everybody. Mr. Pop That Thing, that's me, the one and only, the triple, the G.O.D. Always surrounded by my family, the squadron, and you. Yes, you're live right here with us, right here on Team GMX TV, and yo, we got some Granblue Fantasy versus for that kudo, baby. Yes, indeed, got that Granblue Fantasy versus love in the building, because we got to take a look at the trailer that came out 2 weeks ago that gave us the bad news of, you're going to wait a month for this game. Well, thing is, you don't have to. And given the fervor, and this is what I want to talk about, because I don't know nothing about this trailer other than the game got delayed because you know it exists, is that I appreciate the fervor that everybody's playing this game. And I really think some of it has to do with the Evo buzz and things like that. But here's my thing. Granblue Fantasy deserves a lot more than to be some flash in the pan. This is a game, like I said in the Core Value Tournament of Champions video, that is going to be that game, that true bridge that really breeds the real casual person, who the only person who probably cares about this game is because you get stuff to play my mobile game with it, and people who love the fighting game, and that meeting in the middle of understanding and knowing what your history is. And yeah, Fist of the North Star, Sengoku Basar Cross, Persona, Dragon Ball, all of those games had to die for this game to be the ultimate expression of how games can be heavy but be freeing at the same time. Like, yo, we just finished talking about Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to take this opportunity to, again, just so I can mention, to show love to games like, I sat up here and just literally thought my thing to thought, because the answer to the thing I wanted to say was Blade Strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brain was like, yo, I'm checking out for 2 seconds. I got to go to that other universe where you exist. I'll be right back. It's not going to be long. And right when I was about to say Blade Strangers. But games like that really want to, like, lower the execution barrier to really make sure that the thing that separates you being good is not whether or not I can do a quarter circle forward motion, but whether or not am I more skilled than you. Now, even given what Granblue Fantasy does, that it's easy, that you press a button to do a special, but the game does favor that if you do want to learn how to play it more efficiently, to learn how to use motions and things like that. And I really think that's a great balance between the two, and it's what I really appreciated about the game all along. And to know now that people are really, truly embracing this game, I want this game to see its true potential. I really think that this is the game that's really going to truly bridge the gap. Because, again, I said, one of those games that had to sit up here and line up for the sense for this game to stand up and be what it is Dragon Ball FighterZ. The game the street said was going to be that, and even given with the work that Season 3 going to put in, and we got that for you later in the show, of understanding and knowing that Dragon Ball FighterZ is a different beast. The thing that the streets wanted it to be and thought it was going to be was a thing it never could. Never. Now, I will say this, that if I'm on this tangent before we get to this trailer, I'll say this. If Dragon Ball FighterZ was the game that came out when, I don't know, the game that I still think is better than it, Super Dragon Ball Z, then maybe that because it was that we would get right into the resurgence right before Street Fighter 4 came out, where that game could have, like, made a difference. But it's like, we didn't know in 2006 and 2007 with Super Dragon Ball what things would be in 2019 when 2017 when Dragon Ball FighterZ dropped. We didn't know that information. No one could have. No one knows that information. It's that we evolve as a species. We evolve as players. And it's like what it is that we need as players versus what other people need to get to where it is that we are. That was the thing. As much as you can press square and you press buttons to make cool things happen, it wasn't going to be that, because it was just one of those things that's a flash in the pan. But because a lot more people are invested in Granblue Fantasy than they ever will be in a Dragon Ball anything. That's why I'm like, between this and the RPG that Platinum Games is working on, well, actually they're not working on that no more. I think they working now, it's in-house now, I think is what that news story was like a couple of months ago, but still. You got a lot of people playing this just because they want to interact with their favorite Granblue character. You know what I'm saying? Just the same way it was with Persona, because in the instance of Persona, a game that also died for this game since, is that was the first game I really thought that Arc System Works was like, we really got to get that barrier down. That we want to have what it is that we bring to fighters, but we need to bring it down. And even when you think about what Persona 4 Arena is, you can't really think that looking at this compared to this, from Dragon Ball to BB Tag, which is a whole different thing entirely because of this that BB Tag had to do, so it doesn't really count as a game that died for Granblue Sins, because technically they're the same wave. They the same wave in different oceans. How about that for your metaphor? Same wave, different oceans. They serve a similar purpose because that BB Tag is this crossover that really has to bring in one of the most complex fighters in Blaze Blue, with Under Night Emperor being Unreal Black Negroes, being is what it is. And on top of all of that, understanding all of the other things that have to flow into that work with all the games that are included. It's like Ruby is not a video game, but you know, to really bring that flavor of what Ruby is, and also understanding what Persona was, and it's like this real jumble of what those three major games bring to the table, plus what the individual characters bring as characters that make that game work in that magical little gumbo that tastes really, really good. That I really hope that y'all don't give up on that. Just because it didn't make Evo, doesn't mean you don't give up on the game, right? Granblue Fantasy gonna hold it down. Dragon Ball Fighters is gonna hold it down. Under Night Emperor is gonna hold it down. So don't worry about that. You gonna BB Tag, yeah, y'all got an official side tournament. It's okay. You'll be alright. Cause it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Let me real quick. Okay, we good. So, I ain't talked too much. You never shut up, man. You talk too much. Oh boy, you never shut. Shout out to Matthew. Congratulations on 400 plus episodes of Mania, my guy. Appreciate that though. Love that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just had to fit that in there somewhere. But look, this is the plan. We finna watch this trailer because let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. This is just gonna have to wait a month, and it's gonna have to be what it's gonna be. I'm not invoking the power of Robert Hawkins again. I did it for the Ninja Warriors. I'm not gonna do it for this, because here's the truth. This is a different beast. All everybody who sits up here and basically play fighting games then went and bought the Hong Kong version. That's all I know. That's all I know about what they did. It's like the Hong Kong version got English, and I saw it on Reddit. That is all I know about the game. Is that the Hong Kong version got Reddit? The Hong Kong version. I guess the Hong Kong probably do got a link to a Reddit there somewhere in this code. I don't know, but I'm glad people playing the game. I'm glad they playing the game now. In about a week or so, the majority of them are gonna stop playing that game, but because it's even just because like how Under Night was last year when people started like laughing Under Night because it was in Evo, this is gonna be that on a different scale. I see that. So it's like it's gonna be featured at like a lot of the big weeklies and monthlies and things like that. But we gonna see how long people really hold on to Granblue and if it can really like grab into, because it's like the game gonna become large within the next 6 to 12 months. So it's going to be interesting to really see how the community really rolls with those changes, and if any adjustments are being made to, because the adjustments aren't going to be made for the person who plays Granblue on a phone and just trying to get some stuff for Granblue Fantasy versus to get Granblue stuff on a phone. No. For the people who sit up here and appreciate the fighting game for what it is, it's going to be really interesting to see, like, in a couple of days, screaming who's broken and who needs to get that nerf patch. The answer is everybody, because everybody has to complain, but what you going to do about that? But it is what it is. So, I'm going to do myself a favor. I'm going to stop talking. I'm finna get Lil Sis up in there, because that's what it is that we got to do, because your darkness needs to be illuminated. So, Lil Sis, how about you bless the streets with that light, baby? Just like that. So, here's the plan. We're going to watch this trailer. This can't wait a month. I couldn't resist. Couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. So, yeah, if this can't wait a month for you, go ahead and get that Hong Kong version, yo. If you need the link, holler at your boy, man. Get me in the comments. I got you. I'm not going to put it up in here and meet. You know what? I will do that. I will do that for the hood. I will put the Hong Kong version in the comments so you can get your hands on that mug. And then you do what you got to do. You got to get that Granblue. I can wait. I'm like, I ain't played the game. I ain't played Granblue since June, so it had been 9 months. Well, actually, yeah, it's been 8 months because it'll be 9 months by the time it came out. Because I played it in June. It come out in March. See, mathematics, baby. Seriously, I'm gonna go through with y'all. Look, if y'all ready to watch this trailer, let's do this thing. So, now activating Granblue Fantasy versus the English hype trailer. .exe. Rated Season 2. There's Johnson too. I really want to play this RPG. That look kind of fun though. Like,
don't worry, I won't go down without a fight.
What, this game got an English dub? Okay. I was not expecting that.
I am honored to partake in this
word.
match.
And I recognize some of these people.
Really
I'm like,
time to be complaining.
Christina V and Charlotta. Cause
you need to learn the difference between
and also Fairy for some reason, because I can recognize Christina's V voice. So whatever it is. There's other Christina V, you know what I'm saying? Getting more work, you know what I'm saying?
You're about to get a
the bills don't pay themselves for reasons or whatever.
It isn't kind to make a lady wait.
Oh, shit, shout out to my boy Infiltration, man. He found him a waifu. I'm so happy for him. May he find peace with his waifu with his arrow.
Time to play.
My path of duty shall never waver. Embrace the cold blades of frost!
Damn.
Fang blade of crimson flame. Blaze forth.
This is it,
Man,
everyone.
this game is great.
The skies are counting on us!
A new sky is waiting for you. Granblue Fantasy Versus. Coming March the 3rd, which isn't really helpful because a whole bunch of games come out that day, so good luck. Actually, let me pause it right here. Let me see. So this is the premium edition, because I want to talk about this too, because I was looking at this recently and understanding and knowing that I do not like this practice. I don't. I do not like the practice of I buy your limited edition and technically you're charging me more money for a book I'm only going to read once, a soundtrack that'll probably be uploaded on YouTube in a week, and that's it. That you get this little bonus little costume for buff fluffy thing or whatever, but I still have to buy the character pass separately. I think that is I just think that's bad. And I'm like, I really think like Bandai Namco set that precedent, and that precedent is horrible. Horrible, you might even say. Horrible. Andale, epa, no, that ain't right. But it's right though, but it's horrible. Let's just put it like that. It's a sucky business practice, and I hate the game companies do it, but what you gonna do? Well, speak with your wallet, because that's what you're supposed to do. So, this looks nice, but I'm gonna speak on my wallet, and I'll wait for the digital version. I'm like, it just depends on how I feel, because I need to get on this day one, but it's like, thing is, my schedule's so tight right now, and even if I went and bought the Hong Kong version of Granblue Fantasy Verse, I probably wouldn't have no time to sit down and play it anyway. That's why you think videos come out at a fat clip one time a week? It's the only time I got it. It is what it is. So, let's let that trailer finish, because I think this is it other than that. So, yeah. Why would be, Ulysses, thank you very much for illuminating the darkness for us. I really appreciate it. Game's still a crack. But I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I think about it, because I'm just going to say it before we get up out of here, is Under Night lasted about a month and a half of after its Evo announcement and people talking about, I want to learn the game, and then, like, through all the net stuff, I played just because it's in Evo, they fell through the net, and then the people who really loved the game got into the game, so it was to its benefit. Granblue, I think, is going to be different. I really think it's going to be different, not only because of the side games push and everybody really enjoying and loving the beta and loving what this game is putting down. I really think this is going to be in real heavy rotation, like I said, at weeklies and monthlies, at big tournaments and things like that. Like, given how much I enjoy this game has a lot of room for some hype moments, for some, oh no, super skybound artists going down homes and stuff like that. I really think that even with its low execution barrier and really rewarding understanding how to play fighting games, I really think there's a medium where everybody can get in this game and enjoy it. And I really think, like I said, that no other game that preceded this, maybe except to a degree because it had to for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball FighterZ, while it's that, it's not that. Persona, when you really think about it, really squint your eyes at that, as much as that's a game that Fist of the North Star and Goku Basara Cross had to die for, it was a game that even with it, that had some stuff, but it really wasn't that full form of bringing the casuals in. Because they only had to, I'll say it, they only had to push Persona down a little bit. Because mainly, most people were coming to that, they was only going to play the story mode one time. I just need to know what's going on with my fam. You know, I spent all these hours with them. We went to all these festivals, and, you know, you are my senpai. Let me see what's going on with you, senpai. And that went over 2 video games. So is that. Dragon Ball FighterZ, as much as it's easy to get into, that game is dumb. That game is dumb, and it's night and day. It's night and day between 2 people mashing the button that's having fun and high-level play. And shout out to that boy Goichi. Sat up here and took the joint, man. I'll give him some more love when we talk about Season 3 of the Dragon Ball FighterZ. But even though, I really think that Granblue Fantasy Versus can really be that game for years to come. And this game is probably going to be a game that probably going to get a couple seasons and then probably a sequel to overhaul, things like that. But I wonder what's next for, you know what I'm saying, for putting in this work. I'm thinking that I kind of thought that it was going to be a one-piece game that was really going to follow Dragon Ball FighterZ, given, you know what I'm saying, what was that Great Pirate Coliseum, which no one played and we never got in America, and I kind of wish we did play that. It is what it is. Now that's on Bandai Namco for not releasing it over in America, and knowing that dope stuff that you could fight Daiko's of the Coliseum and Dragon Ball Extreme Butoden and had that crossplay, that'd have been dope. And I really think America would have held that down, but shame that we didn't get it. But it is what it is. But regardless of that, plenty of more show for you live on the Catch Up Spectacular. Roll that R, baby. Me, Mr. Pop That Thing, the one and only triple the G.O.D, a.k.a. the C-R-A-C-K, C-O-C-I-N-E, hashtag entertainment's #1 deal man. I am the baddest monster in existence. And don't you ever forget it. Bang! Holding down my fist with murder in the squadron, the congregation, Mid-A and DV praise. Betsy, Janine, Magdalene, and of course my girl, Miss Marcy, my ladies of rage, holding me down on the unos, doses, thraces, and cuatros. Crimp. Stay winning. Can't do nothing else. Oh, subscribe button. Bell, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you didn't, leave a comment down below, get at me on my many social media links, and if you want to support this show with your cash money, you can do so via the PayPal link, or you can hold it down with my boy, my man Ryan Brahma, over there, my partner in Hentai, and of course my boy Drew Dante K, Young Money Back, hold me down on the Patreon tip, appreciate the love. Look, go play some Granblue Fantasy Versus, whether you can't wait a month, or whether you're going to be patient and just wait a month. Shout out to Robert Hawkins. You do what you do. Like I said, I'll find the Hong Kong link and I'll leave it in the description so to make sure you're getting the right version. Because here's what I know. The only thing I read on Reddit when this stuff came up was the Japanese version has no English and the Hong Kong version has multiple language and it's dual audio. That's all I know. It's what it is. That is all that I know about that information. Because I didn't know it was dual audio until I just heard the English dub, which makes sense based off something I read, but that came out a couple of days like before the game. It actually came out digitally, so I was kind of like, English dub? I don't think so, but good to be proven wrong on that tip. But it is what it is with that. So at least I can confirm that rumor that I heard. So it is what it is. Look, plenty more show for all of y'all. Back, and we've got it right after these commercial messages. Yeah, note to self, put link for video game in video. Okay, I'll do that. More show for all of y'all right after these.